for something. Yeah, now she better ride.
The Jericho cruise is live and well, but welcome to the Swerve City Podcast. How's everybody doing right now? We having a good time, all right? You just watched, some of y'all, I think y'all were here prior to this. Y'all watched us get real hot and heavy and competitive with this chess tournament. Exactly. Yeah, we had a good time. It was fun, man. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm going to have some friends of the AEW roster come out here and party with us. Y'all want that? Yeah? Let me get a whose house? Let me get a whose house? What y'all supposed to answer? Whose house? All right, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to bring out the first guest. This was somebody that I honestly started my AEW career, like, pretty much my first rival and enemy when I came to AEW. And I think we're going to have some conversations. You might hear some things that y'all never even heard about. And we're going to talk to y'all a little bit. Bring out Absolute Ricky Starks, everybody. Oh yeah. Oh, I still have issues with this man. Here's a, truce. Some water. Yeah.
Get your flow on.
Get your flow on.
Ladies.
We gonna get our flow on. Yeah. Before we get started, man.
Comment.
I know, right? Before we get started, man, I gotta pull one out. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe, man. Before we get started, he would have had a great time here. He would have been somebody who would definitely been on this show. We had have cracked it up. Y'all would have loved it. It'd been great. Ricky, man, what's been going on for you, bro?
Well, I've been engulfed in this this JAS situation.
Now you're on this boat.
Yeah, now I'm on the boat, so it kind of worked out in my favor if you think about it.
So this is what you've been planning this whole time, then, right? Yeah.
This is the second year I've done this cruise. I know this is your first.
Yeah.
Who is this first time here? Who? Are you coming back? No. This is the last time I'm doing this. I said that last year, yeah, now look at me. So I'm not a man of my word, I guess.
No, this is my first time. I'm having a blast. Y'all have been really excellent with this whole thing. And this is my first cruise. I'm not a boat guy. I'm not a on-the-water type of boat person.
Makes sense, yeah.
I'm more comfortable in the air than I am in the water. So this is all new to me. But I will say y'all have been really calming my nerves, for sure.
Yeah, actually.
You think so?
Both times I've done this, they've been really, really nice and respectful.
Yeah.
And it's a good experience, at least for me.
Well, you was about to scrap last night. I saw you.
Yeah, that was a misunderstanding. So wherever that guy is,
that's how it always is, man.
I apologize to that kid. I promised him I would take a picture with him, but he didn't want to do it at the time because he was.
I don't think he wants to do it ever again.
On the verge of tears, but now I'm willing to do it. I want to make it up to him, and you two were late, so.
Yo, so one thing I've always wrong word is accusations, fool. Taking over my show. I don't like that. But yes, one thing I will say, like, I've always, like, what drew me about Absolute Ricky Starks, the person, the performer, the pro wrestler, was the music that you come out to. Your swag, to me, your visual is a music thing. That's a music culture thing. So who are your, like, inspirations to becoming Absolute?
So on the Indies, I used to come out to Touch the Sky.
I remember that.
Kanye, yeah.
But you had, like, a baseball jersey.
I had a baseball jersey, the chain, the bandana. That was, Stroke Daddy inspired there. It was, honestly, I really liked Jodeci and how Jodeci used to dress.
Shout out Jodeci.
Wow. I didn't think anyone would get that.
This is not a Jodeci crowd, but I'm
not.
really appreciating the
nice
claps.
That y'all
I'm really
It's nice that you knew who Jodeci was.
But like, Jodeci. Ooh.
So I think with the spirit of that Touch the Sky, and then also just my own personal taste and fashion and things like that, it kind of all came together. And then I came to AEW, and what no one knows is that I didn't know what my theme song was until I actually went out and heard it for the first time. So the time that y'all heard it was the time that I heard it as well. And I think Ruckus did a great job with it. At the time, I hated it. I actually hated the song.
Yeah.
But I grew into liking it a lot, and now it's pretty much a signature for me, of course, with the horns and the revolution will be televised. So I think it still adds to me as a person, as a, on screen, off screen. It all ties in, so yeah.
I think that's a testament to yourself, the performer, but the fans also, I think there's times we need to give things time a little bit more and not be so quick to jump on things like, the song doesn't work. The gear doesn't work. The colors, no. Like, when you settle into, you sit on things and then you settle and you start to mold and become one with it and it meshes, then like kind of like when you start feeling it, you start getting into it, they start feeling it, and they start getting into it because now y'all are meshing together, the performer and the audience. So it takes time.
It's a shockwave.
Yeah. Actually, it's energy. Like, that's what we do as performers, no matter what we are in, like professional wrestling, like music, comedy, like all of it. It's all energy we're projecting towards one another. We need your energy, and like you give us ours, and now we're making
now
magic.
Look at me, huh?
Look at you. Jericho somewhere close by. Yeah. Oh man. So what you been watching? Any television shows lately, bro? You been on some movies? Cause like that's where I get a lot of inspiration from.
I'm trying to think. Since we travel so much, I try to download movies on my iPad so I can have something to watch. The last thing I watched was Knives Out on Netflix. Great
movie.
That was a really good movie. I was surprised
Y'all like Knives
by
Out?
it. Well,
who's booing Knives Out? Man, bitch, bye. Who's Knives Out?
I love Knives Out. I thought Janelle Monáe was great.
That's Glass Onion.
She's pretty. I love her.
That's Glass Onion. She was in Glass Onion. She wasn't in Knives Out.
Okay, so here's the thing. Glass Onion is part 2 to Knives.
It is.
Knives Out. It's just the writer didn't have the freedom to actually change it. All right. Both of them were good.
Yeah.
What else have I finished watch? I rewatched Euphoria. That was great. Always.
Great.
I love Zendaya.
Man, that soundtrack, bro.
Great. Insecure is another great show.
Right. Yep.
I'm trying to think. That's pretty much it for me. I recently watched Smile. Illegally.
Freaky ass movie,
and
bro.
I'm glad I did not pay for that movie. Yeah.
I don't think I did either. My bad. I was judging.
Yeah.
But anything you pull from these movies and stuff that you liked, any lines, lingos, and stuff that you put into?
No, for the most part, I'm a big fan of cinematography. So a lot of these, I like how they shoot and how they film it. And then when I film my vignettes, I'm able to incorporate that in my own way. So that's kind of what I look for in these things. It's very rare that I find some type of inspiration when it comes to a quote or a line or some type of storyline to use in wrestling. I used to when I was younger, but my mind has just switched over to just looking at how things are shot and
I will say that your vignettes, your little intros and stuff is real big sex energy, bro.
Big BD over here. Huh?
Yeah, I was like because I see them in rehearsals and I'm like, should I be turned on?
Yeah.
From watching this?
They're all great. I film them all. I pay for them all. I direct them all. Just because I like to have more of a hands-on approach to how how things are.
Yeah, but I still doesn't. It still is very uncomfortable.
They are pretty sexy. Yeah. I think it's just me.
I'm like, I'm expecting like L'Oreal come up at the end of it or something.
A lot of people think they're cologne commercials, I'm actually filming one now.
They look like them Johnny Depp commercials, bro.
Yeah, I'm filming
like in the desert, smashing a guitar.
Savage.
Buy my cologne, smell me.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna do it.
That's the next step for me is making cologne commercials. So I hope y'all all go out and
I want you to make your own cologne.
Period. I actually am in the works of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm in the works.
Breaking news, Swerve City Podcast.
I'm in the makings of getting my own cologne, so we'll see how that goes.
What would it smell like? Is it like that Erykah Badu
incense and all that?
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, them Erykah Badu incense?
Cocoa butter, incense. I'm trying to think, how could I describe a Ricky Starks smell? It's floral, woody, and it's absolute. Thank you for that.
Bro, so throughout, this is second year, going into your second year in AEW, third?
Yeah,
third.
no, yeah, going to
now,
my
right?
Geez, third, I think. I started in
Yeah, I'm
2020.
about to say this is like third now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, so with the locker room and everything, do you feel like you matured so much more in like I wouldn't say status per se, but in like just positioning in that little, because you kind of came in like out of nowhere, out of the blue. Like,
Yeah, especially during the pandemic, I came in.
Exactly.
I don't think that I've moved up in that. The gun club, they don't shake my hand when I show up to the arena, so there's that. I don't have that respect from the gun club, sadly. Boo them. Thank you. I don't know. I feel like there's so many new people that have joined the company that the hierarchy kind of is in flux.
Shifts.
Yeah, it shifts.
I feel that.
But I think certain people do look at me as like, okay, he's been here for a bit, so he should know what he's doing.
Right. Right.
It's not always the case, but
I'll tell you one thing, man. Y'all like not only just these reporters, but fan base and all that stuff. Y'all gotta chill and relax with like hearing about these reports of people getting in scuffles and fights in the back.
Well, they're right. They're actually right. Yeah, they do get into fights back there.
But like, it happens.
It's not overblown like that is.
Yeah, it's a bit much. But it's not going front. I'm gonna be honest with you. It happens more often than you think.
Yeah, I've never seen a fight where anyone has won. It's always a draw.
Matter of fact, me and Ricky got in a fight.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was after Double or Nothing.
After Double or Nothing.
It was a little like miscommunication thing, and we had our little thing, but
yeah, right in Vegas, right in that hallway.
Yeah, right in the hallway.
Right in the hallway.
But the beauty of it, y'all didn't know about it till now, and now look where we are.
And by judging by the reaction, y'all don't give a shit. So there's that.
Y'all don't care.
And I like that. That's great.
Yeah.
But what y'all do care about is where I go on my off time and what other pay-per-views I show up at. So leave me alone. Leave me alone, all right? You gotta have real friends.
Bro.
Support real friends.
Bro, I saw the picture. Why did it look like you were being snuck in that?
The picture's great.
You were like.
The picture's so good.
No, bro, you were looking like.
The picture is awesome. I look so jacked, like I'm about to rob a bank.
I'm like, who is this motherfucker?
The first 48, that's what it was.
You look like you guys, yo.
Pictured here are the 3 suspects that we found to be in connection to a murder back of June of last year.
Bro,
you have any information about these 3, please let us know.
There are real criminals out there that don't take mugshots like that, bro.
No,
like
they don't look as good as I did.
No.
That was great. But, I'm in the process of maybe suing Alamo Dome and getting some money out of it because how crazy is that? How you gonna share that? Yeah, how are you security guard and you go, you know what I got? Rewind and say, let me show you right quick. Let me show you right quick.
Yo, so since we talking about guys not shaking hands, let me bring in the gun club and maybe we get a handshake. Can we get a handshake?
Yeah.
Can we finally get a nice little handshake?
I want a handshake.
What is the story? I'm gonna move out the way.
I'm helping out here. I want a handshake.
There's no way I could have planned this any better. I swear I'm good at this, man. I promise you. History being made. Okay, I was about to say, don't make me. I'm gonna move over. I mean, you don't get. I was gonna say you can still chill if you want. You got some words to get off your chest, brother.
Can I?
You had a lot to say.
Can I say one thing though? I'm having a little PTSD because last time I was in this ring on this stage was with Danhausen, and he coined a specific phrase that I'm not gonna say.
Don't worry, they won't say it either.
That's the one.
The ass boys.
Yeah.
The ass boys.
I feel like that's made y'all a lot of money so far.
Are y'all
Is
getting
your time over?
What?
No, I want to hear what you have to say. That's why I'm staying around for a little bit. And obviously you have nothing to say, so my time is up. Thanks,
Ricky
Swerve.
Starks, everybody. Swerve City Podcast.
Bye,
Get him
Ricky.
out of here.
Oh my God.
You might see him later
Hate
tonight.
To see you go. Oh!
damn. I didn't expect Maury Povich show to be, energy. I didn't expect all this.
What's going on? You guys having a good time so far? Okay.
They were laughing before y'all came out.
I know, I heard them all boo.
Yeah, what was that about?
Yeah,
Why did we
was-
get booed? We're here taking our time, giving it to you guys.
And then when you
we're
guys,
getting booed?
when they see us on the ship, they're like, "Oh, such a big fan. Can I get a picture?"
This is where we test. This is where we test y'all. Y'all don't understand. This is where y'all get tested. Like, oh, if y'all a big
I
fan of
see
them, here
every
they
single
are.
one of your faces,
Yeah.
so I know now.
No. Oh yeah. Okay, you can say that more. I like that. I like that attitude. There we go. Anybody else think that?
So what's going on with y'all and Pops, bro? What's going on? Like,
I mean,
got
he's
some
not
daddy
on the
issues.
cruise, so we canceled his passport, so he couldn't get on.
So he's not here again for you.
You said
Is
it.
this therapy round 2?
I can't do it.
What is this? I thought this was.
I'm a
gonna be fun
better therapist
podcast.
than what you had. I tell you that. I'm gonna get to the bottom of things. I'm like, no. You don't just walk out of therapy sessions. I'll tell you that right now. You don't just walk out.
I pay though, so I can do what I want. I think.
No, not.
Not in Swerve's office.
No. Them doors locked, B.
From the
Like,
outside.
you can get up and walk if you want. No, you ain't going nowhere. So, man, I'm actually really gracious to see you guys making y'all steady rise into the tag team rankings. Y'all really in that prime set right now. Y'all really being featured like a proper tag team, like a prominent tag team, I should say. It's really beautiful to see. So how long has it been, like, what were those frustrations that y'all really go through to really pull to get into those opportunities that y'all getting now? Because I know you get some. I get mine.
Well, I think our story was just a little different because, like, I started in 2019. I got signed when I debuted, and then I thought I was going to be a tag team with Dad. And we started the Gun Club, and we were having fun, but it was more of just like a learning experience for me. He was teaching me as we go. So while I was doing Dark in Jacksonville, and just every match, I would learn more and more. I was learning on the go. And then I didn't have any idea that he was going to quit his job in California and drive to Florida, start training, and now he's my tag partner. So, like, when I was ready to kind of graduate on my own from Dad and kind of start doing my own thing, Colten joined the picture. And I was like, oh, okay. So now we had to go back to Dark, and we were like learning on the go again. It was just like kind of now I was kind of I'm the younger brother, so I'm like I'm now teaching my older brother. It's never been that way our entire life. So I'm like, hey, whatever. So we were just learning as we went.
How was
And
that?
it's-
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's also, like you say, frustrating. Like, it's easy to get frustrated, but then when I look and I sit and look back, like, I've only been wrestling for 2 years, and, like, how far we've come is incredible. So every time I do get frustrated, I try to take a step back and be like, okay, this is crazy. So
How is that dichotomy learning from him and vice?
Annoying. He hates it.
Of
He hates
course.
it. I have to like learn how to word my words, like my sentences better, because like he thinks I'm attacking him, and I'm like, hey, here's just like just an idea, okay?
And
Don't
I'm
hit
like,
me.
this is
Don't
not
hit
how
me,
it's
please.
supposed to go. Shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding.
It's kind of like that with like two couples that are doing the same, like that are both in wrestling. Oh, I don't have patience for it. It's bad. That's why I'm done with it.
Yeah, like our first, we were just talking about this the other day. Our first TV match was for the titles against Jurassic Express.
Ooh.
So like people online like don't understand, like we are learning on the go. So like our
We are
first
learning
TV,
on live TV
Yeah,
in
on
front
live
of a million
TV.
people.
And then the other day we actually had like our FTR funeral. Did you guys see that? Okay, so that was our first in-ring promo ever, live. So it's like we're in the back, we're shaking like this, and we're going, oh, this is insane. This is insane. We're having title matches, first match on TV, and now we're doing our first live promo, not on Dark, not on Elevation, on TBS.
Dynamite.
So it's just like
Dynamite.
there's a lot riding on the line every single time, and obviously as second generation, people are looking at us more closely because they want us to fail. So it's like we have that pressure, and then we're just, it's insane.
I think a lot of the pressure comes from like the other guys in the locker room to me, because that's like that's so much talent. So anytime it's like, this didn't work out, but we know these guys can make it work. So there's those guys that are like automatic. We can shove these guys in, and they can run for TV for like 6 weeks. But that's cool and all. Those guys are also always awesome to have. But you also need to bring the guys that you don't know that they can do that. Maybe there's something that's here that we don't know could be brought out. That's why they should. I am a big proponent of put you out there to fail. Put you out there to fail. Yeah. You have to. You have to. Like, even if you do fail, even if you do, like, fall flat on your face, like, all right, cool. You need that energy inside of you to make sure you never do that again.
Yes, and that's what you said, like you do have those guys. So if you do get 1 minute of TV time, like, we have to make the absolute most of it. So we're going over it all day. Like, how can we make this the best? Because if you fall flat on your face in that minute, they might be like, okay, 4 more months, we might try again. I don't know. So we have to.
But you also know the feel of failure, too. You know it. So you're not afraid of it anymore.
Oh, yeah. And you guys are not hesitant to let us know when we do. But, like.
That's what I'd rather hear from y'all in the hallway. Hey, that was some bullshit. I'd rather hear that than, like, oh, love your work. Oh, it's great. No,
Yeah,
thank you.
the thing about, like, what you were talking about, like, us, like, kind of doing a steady rise is, like, we started off, we had no idea who we were, right? And I didn't know who I was. I was just an amplified version of my real life self, and he is too. So it's like, as much as we hate the ass boy thing, we got off the ship and we were like, all right, cool, that's done with, right? And when we, I thought.
Spoiler alert, it was not.
So I was like, that was just a ship thing, whatever. It's gonna be
how
fine.
naive of you.
And we
You
went
are
out-
young in this business.
Yeah, we went out on the next elevation, and the entire arena, ass boy, ass. I was like, what is going on? But there's kind of a beauty in that, because now it kind of puts a title on us now. It's like it allows us to kind of sink our teeth into that a little more. It's just like we don't have like catchphrases. We don't have like the cool Ricky Starks poses. Like, we're just second generation wrestlers. So like now we're known as the Ass Boys. So it's like I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't, like, bring you guys to church or nothing, like, but but it's something, but you're right though. It's something to like sink your teeth into. It's like you're not going to start there, like, or you're not going to end there. But you need somewhere to start. You need a platform to jump off of.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's not bad. So y'all big sports guys. We were talking sports before you guys came up. I felt like it was a really good conversation. I'm going to continue it on over here.
This guy said he could catch a pass if an NFL cornerback was guarding him.
The hell I will.
No shot.
No chance.
The hell I will. I'm not saying the first time. I'm not saying the 10th time.
You said you would go for 102 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I did hear you say that.
What was
102-yard touchdown.
I said that's like kind of.
And I had a 50-yard head start. I'd be fucking boss.
Read the asterisk.
So what was the setup you had? It was like, what were your odds on like going against any athlete on any sport?
Yeah,
so
any athlete. We would always
just
just talk about, like, there's no way, like, you could catch a pass if you're a wide receiver, or if you were a cornerback, no way you could guard a wide receiver.
There's no
And then
way
you
you're
said,
guarding a wide receiver.
Like, serving off tennis, could you return that?
Like, could you return
what
serve?
what would your odds be?
Yeah.
So
I think
which sport would you choose?
What would I choose?
Which sport? Baseball, tennis, or?
I think give me 5 minutes in the NBA. I'm doing something. I'm doing something.
That's got to be
taking
the
off from the
one.
free throw line. And
I think if like 48 minutes in an NBA game, I'm getting fouled once, I'm hitting a free throw.
that's what we meant. We're not scoring.
All right.
I'm not like
What'd
going
you
off
guys
the
think?
dribble like.
Give me 75 pitches. I'll get a strike on Brandon Phillips. Maybe. Maybe.
75 pitches.
One. What are
No,
my odds?
yeah, he's shaking his head.
What are my odds?
No.
But 75. Done. One ball. So this brings me to like greatness in sports. We're coming up on LeBron about to break the record, bro. LeBron about to be the highest scoring athlete in NBA of all time. All right, it doesn't sound like y'all are sports fans. Anybody keeping up with this?
It's okay. I'm not.
Lakers
It's
fan?
okay. I'm not either.
Go Eagles, yeah. It's going to be awesome.
I hope the Chiefs beat you. Oh, damn it.
So I was going to bring this around to like, all right, what's a record that you don't think is ever going to be broken? Or do you?
I don't
do
watch
you think,
sports.
I'm going to say no one will
Well,
ever
even in
score
wrestling.
more than 100 points.
You
like
think
Wilt
that's never
Chamberlain.
gonna happen?
No chance.
You don't think we're ever going to get to 100 points?
100 points. Wilt
In a
Chamberlain
game.
scored 100 points in an NBA game. I do not think anybody can do that.
I don't know. We getting 25-year-olds dropping 70.
There's still 30 more to go. Math, baby. I know it.
He's the smart one of the group.
I'm
I'm over
hey.
here sitting like,
But I'm at the same time, I'm like, hey, coach, don't take me out. I'm balling. The
That's still like 10 more threes. 30. Math, baby.
I don't know, man. Like I think that'll happen. I think we're getting there. Because everybody's scoring more younger. What's a wrestling record that you don't think is going to be broken?
I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling when I was little. Yeah. Attitude Era. Ever heard of it? I'm
dad was
5
telling
watching
people
my
to
dad on
suck it.
live TV go like this. Girls taking their shirts off.
Those were the days,
Yeah.
man.
We got any girls on the crowd tonight? I'm just kidding.
Let me tell you, those were the days. Those were some baddies back in that crowd. Speaking of baddies, we have one with us coming out
yeah.
here right now.
Ooh.
Oh, which one is it? We got a baddie coming.
Which one?
I don't think she's getting her time cue. Do I got to go back there and get her? Oh, man. Oh, she banned. She ain't on the show no more. She left.
She heard us talking left.
I hear voices. And which one?
Hey!
I heard. That was a cue.
Was that my
That's
cue?
what we call a cue in this industry. Miss Leila Gray, everybody. How's it going, Miss?
You guys cheer her, huh?
Unbelievable.
Sorry, we weren't too sure. I'm like, did they say baddie? I think they're calling me.
Like that. I didn't want to unveil the name. I'm getting good at this.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Work with me here.
Hello, everybody.
Handshake?
Hello.
Wait till the end.
Okay.
We're warming up. We'll get there. Yeah. So,
Is this our cue?
do you want to?
Is this
Is
our
this,
cue to
is this
leave?
our cue?
You can hang around if you want to.
Nah.
I still got some
Well, y'all
time.
can go.
These
Bye.
people booed me, and I'm supposed to hang around?
Ass Boys, everybody. Gun Club.
Ass boy.
Whatever you want to say.
Right? Should I go on this side?
Ah, we're good. We're good
good
over
right
here.
here?
Yeah,
All right,
we're good
cool,
over here.
cool.
Yeah. So,
What's happening?
want to tell them the story about how we first got introduced to each other? Because I think that was a really fun day.
Okay. we could tell the story. Long story short, Swerve kicked my ass.
No, we got time. Make it long. Make it long.
Yes, I was training down in South Florida, and Swerve was our special guest trainer. I was probably wrestling for just like a couple months, and he came in and he taught us some cool stuff, and we was in the ring, and he did not hold back. Yeah, everything. Slapped me in the face, all that. Well, I slapped him first, and he slapped me right back. I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Equal opportunity ass whoopings is what I believe in.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I think I like getting my ass kicked.
But yeah, so that was interesting. That was fun. That was cool. And then once again, I'm really big on is watching people's progression and seeing where they stopped or where they didn't stop.
Yeah.
And this girl didn't stop.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I always respected about Leila Gray. She never stopped. She always got back up, and she always pushed forward. Whether it was like something like just moving out of like a current city to get closer to one of the goals that she wanted to like make happen, she did it, and it was beautiful, you know. So Leila's always going to like be a special place in my heart as far as like anywhere she goes in this wrestling business.
And I feel the same way about you, Swerve.
Appreciate you, dear. Talk about before you got into wrestling, you were really big in the music videos.
Yes. So I've always loved performing my whole life. I love singing, acting. I was modeling. I went to college for broadcasting, studied abroad. I worked in radio. So I just always loved entertainment and all of that. And that's what I was doing for many years. But there came a point in my life that things were a little dark. I wasn't really happy, wasn't really fulfilled, and I felt like I just needed something. I wanted to challenge myself, and that's kind of where I rediscovered wrestling, because I used to watch it as a kid and I loved it, and I would play with my siblings and do crossbodies off the bed and all that, but like many people, as I grew up, I kind of drifted away from wrestling, and then it's so cool that I was able to find it and fall in love with it, and it's just been such an amazing journey, because when I first started training, I told myself that it was going to be a hobby, but that was kind of just like to protect myself, because I started later. I started training at 29 years old. Many people start at like 17. So
I see people at 12.
Exactly. I see kids that are like 8 years old doing poison ranas and crazy shit. I'm like, wow.
Shout out Nick Wayne, you little bastard.
Yeah. Yeah. So I started training at 29, and I'm like, I'll probably never really get signed, or this probably won't really become anything like that. So I told myself it was a hobby. It's just gonna be a hobby. I trained, completed my training, and I was out there wrestling for 4 months, and then AEW called me and invited me to Dark.
Bro, that's why I said you gotta put all of it into something, because you never know when them opportunities just get you. It's big. I'm huge into that, man. So with the music background, tell us a little about who were you like featured in with music and stuff in videos?
Okay, yeah. So
that was like huge.
So the name Leila Gray was actually a stage name that I used in music. That was my artist name. And then when I started wrestling, I just decided to keep it, because why create another name?
Right.
But I was working in Miami as a model and working in music videos. I worked with Drake, Bad Bunny, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Trina.
So did you have Rick in there too?
Huh?
You did something with Rick too, right? Rick Ross?
With Rick Ross.
So
and
how
Swiss
was that
Beats.
coming in, like seeing that like cross back in?
It's super cool. When I saw Rick Ross and Trina backstage, I was super excited because I had worked with them already in music. They didn't remember me, but it happened. I was there.
Yeah, you remember we was on that boat. We was, you got it, yeah.
Yeah, so it's super cool just like reconnecting with these people in a completely different industry now.
Right, but are you noticing they're kind of very similar at the same time?
Yes, and I feel like because of my experience in the entertainment industry prior, I feel like that is also has helped me to progress in wrestling, because I'm a hustler and I just know how to make it happen for myself.
For sure. You have to. What was the eye-opening experience that you got? Because I know I get mine in the music now. Like in the music industry, I'm kind of like getting like, oh, shit, that's real. Like I didn't think that was a real thing. That's a real thing. Do you get any of those in like wrestling? Like you didn't think it was like, oh, shit, like that was okay.
I mean, I got that my first time at AEW Dark because I was
Jacksonville or?
In Jacksonville, yes,
Okay.
in Daly's place. I was working for a couple months on the indies, probably working people that were maybe as experienced as me or probably a little more. And then I get to Dark, and my first match is with Ty Conti, and she just kicks me so hard in the face. My contact lens pops out. Ooh. I'm like, holy shit, this shit is real.
Swerve, help! Oh, he ain't here.
Yeah, so after that, I'm like, okay, now you gotta step it up and bring it.
Oh yeah, I always love seeing those like eye-opening experiences with a talent where you're like, okay, it's not even just like the cameras, it's not the light, it's that impact, that first shock.
Yeah.
That gets you first before any of this gets you. But once like, I feel like entertainment is just like slowing it all down. Finding ways to slow it all down and be just like still in the moment. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to see that with you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Time and time again, different audiences. Like even like on the cruise having a match on a boat, it's a different atmosphere. So you'll get a different uncomfortness than you do in the arenas because it's just you get so used to that atmosphere. Then when you go to like doing say you want to do an independent show in an armory and it's like it's like 200 people. it's a little more intimate. They can hear
Yeah.
every single thing.
Yes.
I see that guy. I see this guy.
And that's a
look at
good
this.
point that you're making
Yeah.
because when I made my wrestling debut, it was during the pandemic and it was literally in front of like 8 people.
Yep.
And to me, that is more nerve-wracking than
it's
being at
terrifying.
AEW in front of thousands.
Yes.
Because you can like hear everything.
Like,
and
to me, it's just always harder to entertain a smaller amount of people. Like, I'm glad seeing people upstairs and all that, but if it was just like row 5,
yeah.
I wouldn't. It'd be a little more nerve-wracking. I'm like, okay,
I
yeah,
agree, I agree.
That'd be tougher. So, are you getting those experiences working like those different types of audiences,
Yeah.
like big ones, but then also small, not auditoriums, but
yes,
like yeah.
I would say so because I do the big crowds when I do AEW, but I'm also on the independents wrestling and also at OVW where we do weekly television. But you know, it's a smaller showcase.
Right.
So yeah, I get a mixture of different crowds to work with, and you learn a lot that way.
So when we had the Guns here, we were talking about how like difficult it is for brothers to really talk and critique each other about wrestling. And I know you're engaged to another wrestler, and you can display his name if you want to. Not gonna be my business.
Certified Luke Curtis. He's actually in the building somewhere. Where he at?
Oh, don't lose your pop, brother. Come on,
Where you
get
at?
yours.
Oh, there he is.
What up? Shout out Luke.
Shout out to Certified Luke Curtis.
Yep.
So that is my fiance.
So how much of is it? How difficult is it to like critique her on her matches? Right, you got to talk to her, but
you got to sugarcoat it.
how much do you know you need sugar-coated? Yeah, but Leila, do you need sugar-coated though? Do you admit that you need the little soft like wording, or do you need to just like, all right, let me have it?
Well, my thing is that as soon as I finish wrestling, I don't want to go backstage and have somebody be like, man, Layla, like, don't give me like the negative stuff right away. Tell me it was good.
You don't like
or at least let me debrief a little bit, and then you can
don't like
start
the
giving me
Band-Aid ripped
critique.
off?
No. I don't like walking downstairs backstage and people like.
I need that right away. I don't want to be eased into it.
No,
I'm like,
but I
let's
do
that.
like the real critiques, and I feel like a lot of people, for some reason, are like, I'm not gonna say they're afraid, but I don't know why I feel like some people don't really give me like critique like that. It's always like, oh, it was good. I'm like, no, I need more.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
depending, certain people handle people different ways.
Yes, certain
And
people. Some
yeah.
people will lay it all out and tell you
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. So, music-wise, who you vibing with right now? Who you really messing with music-wise?
Who I mess with? Well, Cardi B always.
Who's listening to Cardi B? Who's Cardi B out here?
I love Doja Cat. I love Rihanna. I'm just waiting for her to drop an album. Come on.
Who watching the Super Bowl waiting for Rihanna to perform?
Hell yeah.
Who's happy to see her after her hiatus in the Mummy like catacombs after the last 6 years in music? Here's one I wanted. We gotta do this. All right, give me some noise for Rihanna. Noise for Beyonce. I'm hearing more Rihanna.
Rihanna all day.
Rihanna.
Beyonce cool and all, but.
Rihanna,
all
Beyonce.
day. Beyonce too bougie.
You don't feel it?
Rihanna's relatable.
Rihanna's relatable. How?
Yeah, Rihanna looks like she would be cool as hell. Like she'll be like the
That's
homie
because we
if
see
you
her in
meet
the streets with ASAP and all that. Like they just.
Beyonce
She
don't
be in
look
the
like
bar-
that though.
Well,
Beyonce don't look approachable.
I don't think either of them do. But you'll see Rihanna in a barber shop and be like, oh yeah, okay, she cool, she down with the people. I'm like, yeah, but you go in there, see what happens.
Nah, Rihanna get down. Rihanna's for the people.
I don't think we about to find out. We gonna close this up a little bit. Thank
All
you,
right.
Layla Gray.
Yes,
everybody.
thank you so much for having me,
Appreciate
guys.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Thank you, dear. Yeah. Okay. It moves back in? Oh. We have 2 more people that are back here. I think we should just bring them out because this might get a little chaotic. Just bring them on out here. Who is it? Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? I'm here. Girl, you can go barefoot if you want to. Look at these sweet people.
Hello, folks. Hi! How are you? Doing well, doing well.
Boy, this man looks sore as hell. Again?
I technically can't because I lost Matt Cardona yesterday. So.
Well, keep trying.
Yeah. Miss Willow.
That's all that matters.
Mr. Moose. I love the energy we have here. This man is one of the reasons I moved down to Florida in 2017. Slept on a couch for a while.
Actually, no. You had your own bedroom.
He's right. It was one of his beds. He's a rich man. But he took care of me, and now it's crazy. Like, he was actually one of my first guests on the Swerve City Podcast when it was like super like just us in the beanbag on IG Live. So now we're doing this thing live on a boat.
On a boat, yeah.
On a cruise.
You got to imagine, we did, I think it was the first one.
You were on the first one.
The first one.
And it wasn't, yeah.
A beanbag couch in an apartment. And now you're doing your thing on the.
I have a crowd, bro.
Yeah.
I have a lovely crowd.
Yeah.
I have a lovely
You're very
crowd.
enthusiastic.
I have a lovely audience. But yeah, if it wasn't for this man, I don't think this would have happened. And basically what I'm saying.
I love seeing my friends do great things and they growth and like, oh man, it's like I'm about to get teary-eyed right now, but like good friends.
Oh, sweet little Moose got emotions and
when they start being successful, man, it makes me so happy. Like I'm one of those guys, so I'm happy for everything that's going on with your career. You're killing it at AEW.
Thank you. And then there's this lady right here.
Howdy, y'all.
You know what I got to talk about, because it brings a tear to my heart talking about you coming back from your injury.
Oh,
Let's go into that, please.
Yeah, so I guess we're in February now. Happy Black History Month, everybody.
Look at this black, beautiful. Oh.
So, like 4 years ago, I had broken my neck in a wrestling match, which was actually my mom's like worst fear. And like, you know, becoming a wrestler is not like really parents' dream for their child. Maybe the Guns, but but my mom was like, my little princess, no way. So her big fear was always like, please just don't break your neck. And I was like, don't worry about it, it'll never happen.
And usually when that's said, it's kind of like figure of speech, like, you know, don't break your neck or anything. But it actually happened.
Yeah. I mean, it was really rough. Like any injury you go through is rough, obviously physically, but mentally it can kind of be an even bigger toll. The first time I ever got injured, I had like these big identity issues with like, well, now I'm a wrestler. Like, this is all that I do. What do I do now that I'm hurt? And you have to like spend that time with yourself and be like, oh, I'm a person outside of this. But I think like the injury gave me a lot of honor in myself. And like realizing how privileged I am to be able to wrestle and like fulfill my dreams, like one on a physical level, but two, like look around at the support that everyone gives me, my family, all you lovely folks who cheer me on every time I come out to the ring. Like that's a privileged life we lead, right? Mm-hmm. So it really like, obviously it was a dark time, but it helped me like enrich my sense of like gratefulness and just like truly appreciating all that wrestling gives me.
Beautiful. Couldn't have said it any better. Lord. And I think that's, once again, I always look at like the barriers that we got to break down for ourselves, like either mental, physically. Yours was huge mental and physically. And for you to come out and turn that into such like, I can't say gimmick every time you see it on TV. I can't say that because that's actually how she is. But to actually just bring so much positivity and you like magnify, you just like amplified it, I should say, times like 15 every time, and it goes up to like 16 the next time we see you. They're throwing homegirl off the stage through a table. Now we're at 18, and then we're just like, so like she's one of the ones I get excited to see the progression on every single week, every single year. It's just gonna keep just growing for Willow. That's gonna be awesome. Bro, you on the other hand, you've been an asshole for the last several years.
We have a spectrum going on.
Yeah, I'm like, positivity, bruh.
Hey, give it to me. I'm a likable asshole.
No. First off, likable asshole. I don't think that's a real thing. Unless y'all got something to tell me.
Who really thinks Moose is an asshole out there? Come on.
The person who raised their hand of all people.
Oh my God.
First of all, guys, that's my beautiful wife right there that raised her hands. And because of that, we're getting a divorce.
God damn.
Just kidding.
How do you go just right to like, this ain't gonna work, bro?
You raised your hand in the podcast telling the people I'm an asshole. That's it.
I'm like, oh, Jesus. But like, yeah, so you upped your game so much in the last several years, I would say. So like your body transformation has been huge. And like, do you feel like that was something like a mental block that you had to really get through over the times? Because like I know rooming with you, you were really big on your body and getting it right to where you wanted it to be the guy to be the performer, the Moose that you needed to be. You know.
So unfortunately, COVID happened, and that was a big negative error in our timeline. And but I'm one of those guys who are always trying to find a positive out of a negative, you know. So we was all stuck in quarantine, not doing anything. And at the time, I was living with a guy I consider a good friend of mine, but some of you guys might think he's a psychopath, EC3. And
big psycho energy, but you know, we don't judge here on the
But he said something to me. He was like, Moose, you're probably one of the most athletic dudes I've seen. You're very talented, but you're missing something that will get you to the next level. And I was like, Mike, that's his real name. What is that? And he was like, you look like crap. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, your body, like, you look like crap. And first of all, for those who don't know, I played in the NFL for 7 years. And I'm one of those guys who needs somebody to really talk to me like that to be motivated. And luckily with all the coaches I played for, I had some asshole coaches that would tell me, you suck. And when they would tell me that, I'm like, I suck, and I'm gonna go out there the next play and kick somebody's ass because now I'm motivated, I'm pissed off. So when Mike told me that, I kind of took it the same way. Oh, I look like crap, I'll prove you wrong. So I started working out harder. I got with a coach to help me with my diet, and thanks to him, man, like he did wonders just in that conversation we had. And now once I got the look that I believe would take me to the top level, now I had to up my game in the ring, and thanks to Impact, they put me in great positions, being in the ring with Kenny Omega, who's probably the best wrestler in the world, or at least one of them. They put me in matches with him, a couple of matches with him, other guys on our roster, Eddie, Rich Swann, and then just doing the independents, wrestling some of the biggest names out there and hanging with these guys, you know what I'm saying? And also learning things from all these guys I'm encountering, having matches with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I also see the side training you're getting with like T.J. Wilson, or like, you know,
and Natty
and Natalia Neihart and stuff. Shout out to them, because they're such beautiful people. They'll allow anybody to come in who really wants to put in that effort and really.
They
is
don't
motivated.
Charge you. They don't charge anybody. It's free. Just come in.
Please come.
We love wrestling. If you love wrestling, we'll be best friends. And
they'll sniff it out if you don't. They'll sniff you out.
Yeah. And just in the last year, me and those guys have become really close, where like they help me with in and out of the ring stuff, you know. So. Just thanks to, I'm big on having positive people in your life, man. And I try to keep my circle small, but with guys and girls I know is gonna push me and take me to the next level of my game in life and in pro wrestling. So,
what's next for you guys? What is your goals? What is your ultimates?
I mean, I think
because it can't be just starting your journey as your ultimate.
Yes.
I think that's where a lot of people get misconstrued. If I get here, that's where we did it.
I have this very weird phase I'm going in right now, because for so long I was like grinding it out on the indies, like trying to be successful at this, whatever my definition of that was. And so like I finally got the TV job. Now I'm wrestling on AEW. And it's like, okay, well, now what do I want to do? Like, who do I want to be or continue to be?
Right.
And so there has been a lot of, like, reflection lately for me, but I think, you know, I could be a champion one day. So I'm gonna put my eggs into the championship hat.
You feeling it now.
And,
she getting that groove, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you made an excellent point about how as performers, like, we have to be critical of ourselves and kind of look at ourselves with a lot of self-awareness. And for me, I'm kind of in this phase of now, all right, well, what are the things that I have to do to perform better, to look better, to do promos better? Like, how can I all around just become a better performer where everyone sees me as a champion, like, undoubtedly?
Who are you in competition with the most, you feel? Besides yourself, that's that corny bullshit answer. I'm not taking that. Like, who do you feel like is someone that's like, damn, every time they push it, like, you think you push yourself to such a high level, that person raises it a little bit more, and now you're like,
I would say for me is, obviously right now I'm in Impact Wrestling. Whoever the Impact Wrestling World Champion is, that's who I'm in.
You always compare yourself to the top.
I'm always comparing myself to the guy or girl who has the world title in their division, because when a company decides to put that title on you, they're saying that this is the hardest worker in our company and this is the face of our company for this time being. And once I see that, right now in our company is Mickey and Josh Alexander.
Josh,
so
shout out Josh.
in my mind, I'm like, I'm
my
not
neck
gonna.
brother.
Yeah.
My broken neck brother.
And then, I mean, both their careers speak for their own. You know, they're both great wrestlers. But it's one of those things where now I know that's the bar.
Yeah.
I know what I'm chasing after, and I'm not gonna let those two guys outwork me. So.
All right, so Super Bowl's coming up in a week or two. I watched 2 Super Bowls with you now.
Yes.
Both had Tom Brady in it.
Yes. Let's
That
go, Brady.
I'm like, how is he still
Let's
here?
go, Brady.
How is he still here?
Let's go, Brady.
Even this year, he was still damn near here.
Yeah.
All right, who do you think? I don't know.
Okay, so, like, sports, right over my head.
Yeah.
But I did see this story online about how, like, there's this mother who has sons on both teams.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot
I just
of
think
big
that's
stories.
the most adorable
Is
thing.
it the Kelseys?
The Kelseys.
So that's like
There's a lot of big stories
the
on
only
this
thing I'm invested in as far as the Super Bowl goes. I'm like, that's so cute.
You're not invested in the first Super Bowl with 2 black starting quarterbacks?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't even know
but
that
that's
was,
cool.
that's a thing. Oh, wow.
The first one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. How are you?
Amen.
Girl.
So who are you picking?
The East Coast in me is going Philly. The East Coast in me is going Philly. I like that team set up. I'm not even a Philly fan. I'm not a Kansas City fan, but I respect Mahomes.
Right.
But there's that. I love the way the team like on both sides of the ball that Philly is set up. And Mahomes is coming in hobble-legged.
Yeah.
He lost 3 receivers in the last 2 weeks, and it's just like, you know, I don't see him overcoming the firepower that Philly has. And Jalen Hurts is in a mode right now, bro.
All right. I'm going to go with Philly. I know there was a fan. I don't know if they were in
right.
here. Yeah.
He's like, I'm right here, you son of a.
So I saw you yesterday. And I said KC yesterday. Then I thought about it. I was like, I love the fans in Philly, how rowdy they are.
I do like that, actually.
You love those
How
people?
rowdy.
I
love
will give Philly that.
I love.
No, you're
it's
terrible,
sports.
all of you.
It's sports.
God.
Like, you're rooting for your team. It is what it is.
They are terrible human beings. They get in fights whether they win or lose.
Because they're rooting for
They
their
flip
team.
trucks
So because of that,
with rocks in them. That's what you do. You throw snowballs with rocks in them.
Okay, so you lived with me, right?
Yes.
Who's my favorite basketball player? You should know this. Oh my God.
It's been a while, bro.
Are you serious?
Oh, Melo.
Okay, no. Okay.
We had fights about this.
Yeah, we've had fights about it.
Legit
It used to
fights.
be Melo. It's not Melo anymore.
How am I supposed
The
to
guy I tell you is the best point guard in all of the NBA. You
Screw
always
him
tell
too,
me
Russ.
to Russ. So we've lived together, and he's seen me break stuff watching whatever team Russ is playing for. So
yes.
I kind of understand the Philly fans because they're so passionate about their team, just like I'm so passionate about Russell Westbrook. And my wife right here can vouch for me. I will break a TV in a second if my Lakers lose a game.
Ma'am, I'm telling you, you have to find a way to separate him from Russell Westbrook heartache. It's going to keep happening over and over again.
Yeah.
It's not good. I've been there. It's toxic. It's toxic.
It's very toxic when I watch
awful.
Russell Westbrook play. But because of how I am as a fan and how Philly fans are, I'm going with the Eagles.
I guess I'm Team Eagles after this conversation.
Yeah. Well, you're a Jersey person. You better root for the Eagles.
Well, actually, I'm a Long Island person, but I did wrestle a lot in Jersey, so I see where that comes
I'm Washington. I should be
I
rooting
lived
for
in
the
Philly for 2
Seahawks,
years.
but I don't. I root for my Rams. Shout out LA Rams. We got ours in this decade. And y'all could say, oh, the Rams suck this year. Hey, we won one past 2020.
Yeah.
I'm cool
Hey,
with
when
that.
you win a championship, it lasts at least for 4 years. So
Yeah,
you
right.
can win
It's
the
a presidency.
championship and suck for 4 years, and so I get it. I get it. Yeah.
We suck.
Hey.
I give us 2 years. I give us 2 years of sucking.
Hey, I'm still rolling with Russell Westbrook winning the MVP in 2017. So, hey, he's still the best player in the NBA just because he won the MVP 5 years ago. So, hey, even though he sucks now, but
Bro, it's getting to a point like 50 people are averaging the same thing he's averaging at this time.
I know,
It's
right?
getting
Yeah.
disgusting. So he's cracked open that little Pandora's box. Last thing, the Grammys are coming up soon. And guess who they just announced as performing at the Grammys? I went to the Grammys last year. Yeah.
Woohoo!
As a guest
That's awesome.
of one of the winners of the Grammys.
oh, wow.
Who's my producer? Yeah.
Wow.
So I won't be going this year. I'm with you guys. Guess who's performing at the Grammys this Sunday?
I couldn't even tell you.
I'm not up on current events
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
not.
world.
The boss himself, Rick
Rick
Ross,
Ross.
baby.
Oh.
That's awesome. Actually, that's who I was going to guess now.
Hey, my connections run deep. It's real out here. Just saying.
So who do you think? Are you big music people? Music people? Y'all
I'm
keeping
a
up?
big music person, but I don't know that like
Nominations and all that?
Yeah, I
Like-
don't know like about award show stuff.
I'll kick it to you right now. Rihanna ain't nominated,
Sorry, Layla.
but Beyonce is. But so
I cheered for Beyonce in the back when you were like,
Right.
"Let me hear for this. Let me hear for this." I'm like, yeah,
I feel like I know every Beyonce song because of my wife.
All of them?
A lot. It's
I don't know
ridiculous.
anything past Lemonade.
Oh,
No,
After
this
Lemonade,
past album was really
I
good.
Pitbull.
So you know how how many of you guys have Spotify? So big shout out to Spotify. Hopefully you get a.
If I get that
did it
sponsorship,
mention?
bruh, y'all ain't see-
So
y'all gonna be on my boat.
so you guys know that at the end of the year you get your top 10 artists or whatever.
Your
and me and my,
ranked.
yeah,
Yeah.
your whatever your ranks or whatever. And my wife uses my Spotify account. So I get a notification, oh, look at your top 5 artists, and Beyonce's like number 2. And I'm like, what? I don't listen to Beyonce. And then I go
She said,
home.
"Yes, you do, mother."
I go home, I was telling her about it. She was like, yeah, that's what I listen to.
No, she hit them with the wife. We listen to
Yeah, we
Beyonce now.
listen to Beyonce now, yeah. So,
Like-
big shout out to Beyonce. Yeah,
I'll accept that. I'll
loves,
accept that.
She loves Future for some weird reason, but yeah.
I'll
To
accept
answer your
that.
question, I love music, but like I told you, I have a small circle, and that's with everything. And with music, I have my small circle
right.
of artists that I like, and that's all I listen to. And I don't know, I couldn't tell you one artist outside of the circle of guys that I listen to.
What's the album you think was like this year that you think should be nominated or should win something? If you could first of all, does anybody listen to full albums anymore, or y'all just more playlist people? That's something I want to always like check with like a groom of people. Who's still like full album people? Or are y'all just singles or TikToks? I don't know the full song or the artist, but I know these 30 seconds of me doing this.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
that
like-
we've moved so far from like, okay, I
Yeah.
don't even listen to the whole album. I don't even
That's
listen to the
me.
whole song.
I don't think I've listened to a whole album since 50 Cent came out with.
You disgust me right now. You disgust me right now.
Yeah.
You
So,
disgust me. That's worse than Russell Westbrook to me.
Yeah. I'm sorry for all the music guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the reason why we fail as artists and we don't stream.
I'm that guy. I'm that guy that plays one music and have it on repeat for 30 minutes. I'm that guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You are not my target audience.
Yeah, sorry.
But that's the one thing. Like, you see these people like, yo, my God, this song is great. It made 300 million streams. What's his name? I don't know. Can he fill out this room? No. When it comes to touring, and I'm like, oh, he's back to being broke. Thank you, TikTok. I'm gonna school y'all on this music.
You gotta play the long game.
You gotta get some investment. Get people to invest in you. That's one thing I noticed. Well, I'm getting cut, brother. Yeah. She gave me the over there. But she's wonderful. Great staff here. Jericho Crew's staff has been wonderful. This podcast has been wonderful. My guests have been wonderful. Willow Nightingale, the future of AEW Women's Division. Moose, right here. The present and the future of pro wrestling right here. I love you all. Thank you for coming.
Thanks
Swerve
for coming.
City.